I'm on my way to Bokeelia or Pine Island, and I'm going to take some photos of a lot that I'm going to list. These particular folks actually purchased the lot in October of last year with the intention to build on it, and are gonna list the lot. And I think it brought up some really, really good points. So most folks in the home buying process at some point or another, a lot will go to the other side of, hey, why am I looking when I could purchase the lot myself and just build exactly what I want? And that's a valid point, and there's tons of merit in it, and people go ahead, they buy lots and they build every day. But I do think, and I want to bring this up because I think there are some challenges that should be discussed that folks run into that I want to put out there for some discussion and information purposes. So with these folks, they purchased the lot and decided they would clear the lot. So you're going to clear the lot right there. It's going to cost you, depending on the lot, these folks paid $4,000 to have this lot cleared. Then next you need to look at, okay, utilities. Are there utilities that are available to me? Are utilities already set up? And that can be somewhat of a challenging process. Once you've cleared it, you know that there's utilities available, then it becomes, all right, I've got to go ahead and I've got to bring fill in. And especially when you're dealing with a coastal area like we are here, there's going to be regulations around building, around fill, height requirement, and that can get pretty expensive. So clearing is pretty expensive. Utilities, depending on what you need, even if it's available, is pretty expensive. And then the amount of fill you have to bring in. This one, like I said, is on Pine Island, so somewhat remote. And so that's going to, of course, add to their cost of what they're going to incur in order to bring fill in just to get it ready to build on. Then, of course, next you're dealing with building permits and approval of design. So if you choose to build something that's not standard, you're going to have to go through an engineering approval process. And then you're gonna have to submit for permitting. And permitting right now, I was just told last month that permitting in Lee County is 18,000 permits behind. So, you know, maybe they've caught up a little bit in that month's time, but you're looking at a good, gosh, probably 6, 8, 9 months before you're gonna have a permit issued. So, you know, all in all, I think these are really valid points. These particular folks, they really wanted to build. It was an awesome concept. But at the end of the day, they said, hey, for what it's going to cost us and what we're going to use this for, which is not going to be our full-time residence, we really feel like we are probably better off looking for something that maybe needs a little bit of work that we can fix up, looking for something that, you know, fits most of our needs and we can make it exactly what we want, and in the long run, financially, we'll be better off for it. So, you know, I know a lot of people consider this, they go down this road. I would say 80% of my clients that are looking at some point or another start to think about and talk about building. And so I just want to bring this information to you, considering I have a client who's, you know, in that same spot, thought that was the direction they were going to go. 12 months later, decided to kind of pivot and said, you know what, this is why it's not for us.